don't know about you, but I'm hungry. Today I am going to throw a couple different things out on the smoker. One being the bird sitting right here. I got a chuck roast I'll get to in a minute, and I'm also going to do. But right now, I was going to show you how I go ahead and like to season this up and get it ready to go. I'm going to let it sit for just a couple minutes while the smoker's coming up to temp, and we'll go from there. First, I'll start off with a little bit of oil. I'm going to try to do this one hand wet. That way, cross contamination. Go ahead and get these guys opened up. Champion chicken rub, and this is some of my own chipotle garlic mix that I made. Helps the seasoning stick. I went ahead and I've taken this bird out of the package, cleaned him up a little bit, and also taken all the goodies out. Try to spare everyone that. Liberal coating of the chipotle garlic. And a little bit of the champion chicken right on top. Get every cavity, every nook, every cranny. And the wife, we pull this chicken apart. A lot of times when I cook them like this, we use them for everything from chicken salad to just sandwiches. We'll go from there. All right. I'll put this aside now that I've made a good mess. And I'll show you. This is the chuck roast that we have done. Tennessee apple butter rub with a little bit of the applewood bacon covered in it. All right, yep, the coals are nice and hot to start the smoking process. I've got a couple little chunks of mesquite that I'm going to throw on these coals and get them started. The big thing about it is if you don't let your wood catch, it won't burn clean, and you won't clean smoke. Now, I normally don't use mesquite for chicken unless I really watch it, because the flavor is more pungent. I got applewood as well. I'm gonna start out with a little bit of mesquite like that and a little bit of applewood on top, but for the remainder of the cook, it's most likely going to be just apple. As you can see, them coals are hot. That's going to get smoking. You want a clean smoke. You want a very thin blue smoke, almost where you can't see it. If that's when your wood and your coals are burning clean. It's burning hotter, more efficient. It tastes better. If you got a really cloudy smoke, white smoke, it's dirty. It's going to be bitter. It's going to be nasty. Stay away from it. Let them catch up real good. They're flaming up. By the way, you keep a clean smoke by giving it plenty of oxygen. If it can't breathe, then it won't produce good. Mind you, I've already got my water pins in the bottom of this smoker filled up. I'm gonna let the pit part come up to temp real good, and then we'll throw our food on. Okay, I got perfect temperature.
What is it?
250 on both sides. This one's running about 240, and this one's running about 255, which is about perfect for what I want. Anyhow, I'm gonna get these meats put on. Who's got the big meat? Anyhow, like I said before earlier, I'm also putting these on at the same time. I am going to, your firebox side is going to be your hotter side. On most smokers, I've got mine set up where it's kind of baffled down. I got way too much flame going on right now. I can shut this door. Once again, keeping my oxygen up. I'm gonna throw this chuck roast on first. Poor man's brisket. And it will turn out absolutely amazing, I promise you that. Like always, I put the brisket on first because it didn't want cross-contamination with this. To start off with, I'm gonna throw this breast side down. And take these off. Once again, it is raw chicken. There we go.
You want his arm tucked down like that?
You don't have to, I do. Those wing tips are going to smoke up and burn up a little bit. Most people cut them off. I just leave them alone. I'm going to adjust this down a little bit.
You want it open or closed?
I put mine about, I don't know, a quarter way to halfway. I really watch my temperature. If I need to lower the temperature, I'll shut her off a little bit. If I need to open that temperature up, or raise the temperature up, I'll just open it up. I control it with both air flows. Right now, see this smoke is nice and light colored. That's what I want to keep going. That's the way I know I got enough oxygen on the bottom side here.
Hang on.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about with clean smoke. It's nice, light, thin blue. All right, it's been about, I guess it's been about 30 minutes or so. Do not sit there and look at your meat back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You're going to end up letting your heat out. You ain't cooking nearly as efficient. And mind you, I'm just checking temperature. I'm checking smoke quality. I might check coals. A couple other things I want to address. One, this is chicken, and this is a chuck roast, beef chuck roast, okay? I normally like to cook, my style of cooking is Western Carolina barbecue, pork barbecue, pulled pork, yada, yada, yada. Sweet and smoky, as you can see with my profile. But, with that being said, let's check this up, see how this chicken and this beef is doing. It's already starting, look at that color. Already on that chicken. Woo! Anyhow, that all is looking good, looking good. Fire's on good. About the 2 hour mark, 2.5 hour mark on this cook, this chuck roast and this chicken. Chicken still needs to come up to temp. I do have an instant read thermometer I've been checking it at. Check and see, I like mine at least 165. I believe that's the actual standard. Chuck roast, I haven't been messing with it much. I am going to take it off now and go ahead and wrap it in some aluminum foil. I'm going to put it right back on the grill, right back on the smoker. I'm going to let that go ahead and cook, tender up. Chuck roast is a cheaper cut of meat. Tends to be a little bit tougher. That's why you cook it in a roast form. You know, normally in a pot, stew meat type thing like that. That's why I cook mine like this. Anyhow, I'm gonna wrap that up in aluminum foil and I'm gonna put it right back on and come up. I want all that fat, that cartilage, that everything that's in there to melt down, render down, and make this absolutely amazing. I'm gonna do that now. Come over here and look at this chicken. Whew! That is how you cook it up. That smells amazing, looks amazing. A lot of people say to put moisture in this, to put water, but I've used water, I've used beer, I've used vinegar, I've used this and that. I just like to wrap mine. Thing about it is, wrap it fairly tight, kind of all mashed in together. And what this does is when it breaks down, it actually steams. That's what makes it so tender. Put that right back on. Dirty Bird is looking great. Mind you, like I said, I done put some butter on it, a little compound butter, and got that going in. That's getting crispy on the outside. Temperature's been running great, like I said, around the 250, 275 mark. Coals are looking good. I did add more coals to this. Mind you, normally I like to run lump charcoal. I do not use any kind of lighter fluid in this smoker. Never will. These happen to be brick charcoal. It's what I had at the house. It's fine as long as you can manage your heat, which we have perfectly on this. Other than that, I'll be back with you whenever I get ready to pull something off. Alright, so I'm gonna check this chicken. It's about time to come on off. It should be around the 165, 170 mark. It's looking absolutely amazing. Got my instant read thermometer here. Like I said, I've been checking it, so it should be about that time. If you want to come here for just a second, let's see what this is. You want to? Takes it just a second to get up to temperature, but it'll be alright. Alright, we are sitting perfect at the 160, 165. Between 165 and 170 mark. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it off. It means it is perfectly cooked. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that chuck roast on. I'm gonna let it keep going. The only thing we can do now is let it moisten up even more so. I'm gonna let it go. Close this back off. That is a beautiful cooked yard bird right there. So here we are. Final product. Yard bird. Rested. Smoked to perfection. I'm gonna cut a couple pieces here just to kind of show you what we got. Mind you that we still have the the chuck roast in the oven. Can you see that? Moves on this table, of course. That's all I need right there. Skin is tender. This chicken is cooked absolutely perfect. Like I said, we normally like to pull this apart. We make all kinds of things with it. Oh, that is absolutely amazing. Oh yeah. If you haven't tried this, give it a try. Like I said, we still got that chuck roast to pull off. I'm gonna go ahead and get this cut up and or chopped up, maybe pulled, and we'll go from there. See you in just a minute. All right, mind you, it is the 4.5 hour mark. Time to take this chuck roast off. The chicken was perfect. It's been pulled. It is separated. It was gorgeous. All right, absolutely amazing flavor. That butter, the seasoning, everything worked out great. Now it's time to pull this chuck roast off. This smoker has been going at 250 degrees since we wrapped it. Let's see what we got to work with. Mind you, it's still wrapped at the moment. We'll get to that momentarily. I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna let it rest. I'm gonna open this full up just to let some of that steam out, let this cool off a bit, and then we'll come back with you. All right, here we are, the final stages of this chuck roast. Step on in here and take a look at this. Come here and look at the bark. Look at this bark. There's a slight bark on it. It is not burnt. It is absolutely, I don't know if you can see that. That's how tender it is. It isn't, wow, just turned apart. Q claws, some of the best things ever. Just like pulled pork, just pull it right apart. Now this thing has rested now for probably close to 30 minutes or so. If you have not made any poor man's brisket, barbecue beef, this right here goes great on anything. If you could get in here too, look at the smoke ring on this. That's a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch smoke ring right there. And that's just one small section of it. It just rips apart. Absolutely amazing. The smell of this is absolutely, I don't know how to explain it. It's sweet, it's smoky, it's got that real big beef aroma to it. Oh yeah, right there, perfect bite. You got the smoke ring, you got the crust, you got that seasoning, you got that butter glaze, not blaze. Let's try a bite. That's all you need. That's it. That's by far, that is it. That's how you do it right there. Anyhow, I'm gonna finish breaking this down. I'll show you a completely finished plate of not only the beef but the chicken when I get done, and we'll wrap this video up. If you haven't ever tried the pulled beef barbecue, try it on anything, tacos, add it to other meals throughout the week. It's gorgeous. The flavor's there. Anyhow, we'll come back at you when I've completely plated up. There it is. Everything that you need to see, ponder about. Pulled beef, pulled chicken, nice little sweet potato on the side, a little bit of Turnerboy barbecue sauce right here to go with it. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's absolutely amazing. At the end of the day, guys, if you haven't tried it, get out there, cook you some food, have some good times with the family. Other than that, take it easy.